Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another TubeBuddy live stream. My name is Dusty Porter. I am one of the TubeBuddy streamers as well as the host of the TubeBuddy Express podcast. I am very much appreciative that all of you are here. Ikarot, I see you. Brave Star, Andrew. I would like to give a huge shout out and thank you to Andrew. I haven't streamed in a couple of months here on the TubeBuddy channel. Had some personal stuff come up. Actually welcomed the birth of my second child, our second daughter, and so things got crazy. So I had to skip my last slot. So I'm super excited to be here right now. Got a lot of fun stuff to talk about. Don't forget to Andrew has put the Google form in the chat there. If you would go to that form, give me your question there. We're going to be doing a rapid fire Q&A today, where basically I go and I answer your questions about YouTube. A lot of good stuff. Hashtag Daddy Dusty. That's right. That's exactly right. It is my favorite name that I ever get called. That's for sure. Speaking of TubeBuddy merch, I'm representing my TubeBuddy shirt right now, and I would have my TubeBuddy coffee mug or coffee cup as well, but my wife was using it the other day at school. She's a teacher, and so I don't have that, but I am representing to the best of my ability today. So it's so good to see all of you guys. It's so fun to be here right now. We got Joey, we got her in the house, we got Aria, we've got Fiwi, we've got Yaki Snacky, we've got Darkwish, we got DJ, we've got Pale Rider, Hard Knocks Television, all of you guys. Let me know in chat where you're coming from today. I like to get the chat kind of rolling. Let me know where you're from, where you're living, where you're at right now. I was thinking a few minutes ago as I was getting ready to come on stream here. Thank you very much, Makeup. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I was thinking just a few minutes ago as I was walking into my studio, getting the lighting set up, getting my everything ready for the stream. I was thinking of how amazing it is that we live in a time to where basically we can come from our home studio and stream live to our YouTube channel and be able to help each other out, communicate, create these communities, which is a lot of fun. So it's good to see all of you guys. I've got the questionnaire. I've got it pulled up, so we should be getting in questions rather quickly. If you guys want to give me your question there on the Google form, that would be fantastic. We'll get to those as quickly as we possibly can. Hopefully everyone is having a fantastic day today. What does Andrew say? The best part of waking up is TubeBuddy on your cup. I mean, you know, I definitely use it for sure. Love from India. Nice. I like it. Why do you censor conservative views? That's a question for me. I like that. I like that slogan though, Brave Star. That is a very good slogan. What's up, Launchpad Christian? How are you doing today? Welcome. It's good to see you here. Puerto Rico at the moment. I've never been there. I'd like to go to Puerto Rico, but I've never been there. I'm going to take this a brief moment to plug our podcast, TubeBuddy Express. If you haven't already, please, please, please go check that out. I think you would really find that valuable. We've got over 100 episodes now of just fantastic content where I've gone and it's about an 8 to 10 minute podcast every single Friday. We've got Florida, we've got Canada, we've got Nigeria. We've got people coming in from all over the place. Yeah, Andrew just linked up the podcast, so definitely do that. The only thing that I will say about the questions that I'm going to be covering today will be, I will not be answering questions like, how do I grow my channel? Like, those are very much generic-based questions. What I want well thought out questions about specific things within your YouTube channel, your YouTube business, whatever it may be. North Carolina, how are you? Help Crypto, how are you? Welcome to the stream. It's good to see all of you guys over here today. Man, it's so fun to be here. It has been way too long since I've been able to stream on the TubeBuddy channel, so it's so fun to be here and to hang out with all of you guys. So please give me questions that are a little bit thought out as far as, you know, certain things that may be going on with your channel and things that you've got to cover. And then as we go through, the chat is moving rather fast right now. But I would say this: if you have questions or feedback about the questions, please put those in the chat. We're here to help each other out. That's the beauty of TubeBuddy. It is a community of creators helping other creators. And the tool is just at the center of that, which is TubeBuddy. So I'm just so thankful that we're able to do that. So, all right. Here we go. Don't forget to like the stream as well. We found that definitely helps the algorithm kind of push out the stream. If you're enjoying the stream, don't forget to like the stream. I think I may have forgotten to, so bam, I'm going to like the stream right now. Good to see you guys. All right, so the first question coming in on the form is from Miracle Agomau, I believe. How do you succeed on YouTube as a cover artist since your videos won't be that long and your watch hours won't be as much when you starting off just like me? When it comes to music channels in general, it's very difficult right now because of the way the algorithm is. Music channels, other niches, such as animation channels, are hit very hard with the way the algorithm is right now. And so for you, the best thing that you can do if you're a cover artist is to maybe, the artists that you're covering their songs for, maybe reach out to them, find ways to get linked in their community, and you're going to have to reach out to other communities outside of YouTube to possibly have your content go. And you also are going to have to find, if you want to make it into a business, you also have to think of other ways that you can make money. So whether that's merchandise, YouTube allows you to do that now once you reach a certain milestone. YouTube also allows you to, partner and do sponsored videos and things like that. And again, I work with a couple of music creators myself, and, a lot of times I just tell them, just keep working, keep grinding. But a lot of it really is putting yourself out there to other communities, because right now as a music creator on YouTube, you're kind of at a position to where you're kind of facing an uphill battle. So, absolutely. The algorithm is the thing that is put together. It's the system in which YouTube uses to display your videos when someone searches for it. So when I go to YouTube and I search for how to use TubeBuddy, the algorithm puts together what it thinks to be the best list of videos that you would want to see from top to bottom. And so that's kind of what the algorithm is. But that's a great question. That's a great question. And that's a really good question in general. So I really appreciate that. All right. So the next question is coming in from, we're getting a couple of questions as I speak. Let's see here. Tech Worldwide. How to increase tags performance means how to find a best competition on tags. Now, TubeBuddy has a lot of great tools that you can utilize when you're tagging your videos. And to kind of see what they recommend, and then we've got some new tools that recently show you kind of the ranking of the tags and kind of in relation to the video that you're doing. And so with that being the case, you can use the tool that we provide you here on TubeBuddy. But beyond that, it's really about knowing what your video is, and a lot of times, when I have a video idea, I will put it in Evernote or Trello, and down below that, I will research or go to Google and YouTube, because, by the way, you want your videos to show up on Google too, right? You want them to show up on both of these, the biggest search engines in the world. And so you want to look and search for something and see what videos, see what articles are performing well, go and figure out what keywords they are using. TubeBuddy allows you to do that as well. But at the end of the day, it's one of those things with your tags to where you need to be relevant. Okay, so you want your tags to be very much relevant to the actual content that you're creating, but you also want those tags to be something that leaves a little bit to maybe to be desired. So you kind of branch beyond what your normal tag or keyword is. There's keywords and key phrases, and you kind of go there. But that's a great question. Tags are a fun topic to cover. I discovered a channel the other day that I will show here shortly that can help you if you're really interested in algorithm stuff. If you're really interested with the data and things like that, there's a guy named Matt. His last name is a G. I can't think of the name exactly, but I will find his channel here in a minute. But he is a fantastic person to go to when it comes to data, numbers, and he's looked at some large channels and kind of shown it on his channel how he looks into the algorithm. That's a great question. Matt Gillian, yeah, it's a great channel. That's his name. I think I pronounced his name wrong, but he's fantastic. Let's see here. Matt Lane Fitness in the house. What's going on, Matt? How are you today? Matt was in my stream yesterday. I try to stream very frequently on my channel. I may actually go live after this, actually, and kind of do a recap and some a more casual stream. So if you haven't already, definitely go over there and hang out with us. Matt says, I'm finding it difficult to get a nice clean thumbnail font or pattern to keep reusing. How did you come up with yours, and how do we know that our thumbnail layout is any good? One of the ways that I do that is by A/B testing. So you A/B test on TubeBuddy. I think Matt, I've actually already talked to you about that. You're going to hear a lot of the same things from me. Basically, if you go to, say, my channel, so like if we go to here, and I have it pulled up here. I got to make sure I have the correct one pulled up here on Streamlabs. I think this is it here. Yeah. So basically, if we go here and we look at my channel right here, I have dark mode on, by the way. Last time I made a mistake, and I got some critics in the chat. So basically, here on my channel, the way that I had this big font that I like to use, and I will actually zoom in so you can kind of see it just a little better. The font that I like to use, holy cow, it increased the size of the chat. Uh-oh, that's not good. But basically, I discovered a font. It's called Babus New that I like to use. That is very big. It is very bold. It is a font that I use that I think shows up very well. And I'm trying to decrease the amount of text I use in my thumbnails, to be honest with you. Going forward, I found that to be something to where that's the case. But that's a great question, Matt. Like, how do you kind of land on your actual branding? Like, how do you land on kind of what works for you and what doesn't? So no, I think that's a great question, Matt, and hopefully I can have more data on it. The only thing I can tell you is when you A/B, and what I'm saying is when I A/B test a thumbnail, a lot of it is just like colors or maybe where text is on the thumbnail. So it may not be a big, huge, vast change of I'm doing this as opposed to this. It may just be a color change in the background. It may be a slight, maybe I'm bolding or italicizing the font. I'm doing small things to see what triggers people when they are, searching for something within YouTube and what performs better per se. But that's a great question. Thank you, Matt, for asking that question. All right, let's see here. Getting a lot of questions in now, which is fantastic. Dracius Gaming asks, every now and then I get more searches on tags that TubeBuddy doesn't recommend using purely because of the sheer amount of traffic they get. Should it be treated more as a suggestion than a rule? I mean, anything when it comes to what you're referring to is a suggestion. YouTube changes things very frequently. And so there are algorithm changes, whether they're small in scope or large in scope. But at the end of the day, you have to do what's best for you. TubeBuddy is a tool to help you improve, to make you more efficient. And so with that being said, you got to do what's best for you and your channel. And so absolutely, that's something that I definitely would give you that advice. See what TubeBuddy recommends and then go from there. It's not one of those things to where it's like it's an end-all be-all. You have to use what TubeBuddy suggests. They're suggesting it because historically it's worked and historically they have data to go on. But as far as will it work exactly for your channel, you've got to find out what's best for you. And that's what I always tell all of my clients. Yes, this is a good guideline, a good tool. And but again, remember, you've got to do what's best for your channel. A great question. It's a good question though, Dracius. Joy Defy, what's the best way to balance pleasing current subscribers versus achieving better reach? Now, this is a very interesting topic. So let's, wow, there's a bunch of you guys in here. I was not expecting this many people at this early in the day. I know it's pretty early for you West Coasters. I appreciate that. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. So the question at hand was this. What is the best way to balance pleasing current subscribers and getting new ones and achieving better reach for people? So first off, you've got to identify what kind of channel that you are. Do you have a channel like mine where it's primarily search-based, where you do tutorials, you do how-to content, or are you a entertainment, a community channel, which I'm trying to build on my channel, by the way. I'm trying to kind of find ways to kind of meet in the middle there. But what I would say to you is this. If you're trying to please the people that are already subscribed to your channel, then you just need to currently do what you're doing to have them subscribe to your channel. Okay? You don't want people sub to your channel that you have to kowtow to, which is kind of a phrase that we say here in the South, basically where you have to do exactly what they want you to do. You got to do what makes you happy, because that's going to show with passion. And so with that being said, you've got to balance, okay, you want to give your current subs what they're getting, but you also want to grow as well. So for you, you do what makes you happy. You do what kind of content that you love to create. And then in turn, if those subs are not happy, they can just go leave, right? They can leave. So that's kind of my thought on that. But that's a really good question. And it's a really good thought to have of kind of where we are on YouTube as to the channels that we want to build and who we want to reach. Subscribers are important, but remember, it's a vanity number. It's when someone subs to a channel on YouTube, what does that mean? Right? Like, what does it mean? It means that they have watched a video of yours and they have said to themselves, I want to subscribe to support and get more from them, right? And so I think that's a great question. Joy, it's a great question, and I would love to maybe dig deeper into this maybe in a podcast episode where we talk about that. Maybe that's something that I can do in a recent, an upcoming podcast episode. I love that question and thought process. All right. Hamiltonville Farm. Can you explain the Keyword Explorer panel in the TubeBuddy extension, all of it? LOL, trying to research best keywords to use to plan video topics. Now, we actually have a bunch of great tutorials on the channel on TubeBuddy that can help you with that. I know Nick has done some as well. I know, I believe Owen and Brian have done some at some point. But when it comes to the actual Keyword Explorer, let me see. I can maybe pull this up for you here. To kind of get a better view. And Andrew says that we have many videos on this, and so I will definitely not cover it in great detail. But I will go, when it comes to the Keyword Explorer tool, let's take a look here and see exactly what they're referring to. So if we go here, let's just take a look at kind of what we're doing here. So this is the Keyword Explorer. If you don't know how to get to it, the little quick drop-down menu here from TubeBuddy, you click that guy there. Under Extension Tools here, you'll see something that says Keyword Explorer. Let's say, let's just say TubeBuddy, right? Like, that's the keyword that we're wanting to explore. So here it is. It'll tell me that, again, the fare. So the score is a specific to your channel based on how many views your videos tend to get on a specific topic, right? On the right side over here, you're going to see video searches. TubeBuddy for YouTube, TubeBuddy tutorial, TubeBuddy versus competitor, TubeBuddy review, TubeBuddy for Android. All of this will be over here. Down below there, it'll show you the most used tags. Now, with this keyword, it'll tell you, here are the most recently used tags on this specific keyword, which is critical, right? And then score analysis. It'll tell you that the search volume is excellent. Lots of people searching for it. The competition, okay? So basically, this is how good is this keyword to target for your specific target audience, right? And then it'll tell you the optimization strength, how well you may do on this keyword. Number of videos in search results is this. Number of searches per month. This is a number that you want to look at. Look at this number. What I like to do is I look at this number here, how many searches per month, and then I look at competition. Like, where does that rank? That's kind of where I'm at. And again, you can go to web searches here and find like what's going on. And then video topics. This will give you, this is one that I've used a lot. Let's say you're wanting to do a video on let's see, oil change. Okay, let's say that's kind of what you want to do, an oil change. If we go to video topics over here, how to oil change a car, how to oil change a lawnmower. These are all video topics over here. I love using all of these because it gives me ideas directly from the Keyword Explorer. What I could do is I can then click on that, and then once I've done that, it'll show me, okay, here's a little bit, most used tag, the web searches, and then we can go to results. We can even look at results here, okay? We can look at results. We can look at trending. We can look at historical, kind of where it's going. Is it going up? Is it going down? The Keyword Explorer tool provides you with so many things that can help you on your channel. And again, Andrew has done a lot of stuff on the channel, as well as other great creators have done tutorials as well that I would look into to see if maybe that could help you. Hopefully that helps you out just a little bit. Again, that was a very, very much brief kind of explanation of that. It is sweet. I agree. It is very sweet. All right. Hash Help Crypto Channel. Yeah, me too, Hamiltonville. I love Andrew's tutorials as well. Someone who creates a lot of tutorials throughout the week. Andrew is the one of the people that I look to and see kind of what he's doing for sure. All right, so a site wants to embed on autoplay one of my channel's videos. Would the negative drop in watch time be offset by the positive jump in views, even out for YouTube SEO? Now, there's a lot of things that are in play here. First off, you got to think of a website. Number one, is the website, how do I put this? Is the website reputable? Let me give you a little bit of an example. I have a lot of universities and colleges use a lot of my videos for their courses. All of them, or I'd say 90% of them, email me or tweet at me and say, hey, can we use your video? I found it to be nothing but successful for me. The watch time is better for those people because as they're in the class, they're watching it. So you got to see if the website is reputable. What type of use case is it? Is it going to be one of the scrolling web pages where you just scroll by the video and the video plays? How, you got to remember that watch time is again 1A, 1B. Watch time is very critical. You want to find ways to increase your watch time, and you want to get that percentage up. And so if you think that putting your video on autoplay on the site will decrease or hurt your watch time, then of course not. You don't want to do that. But I honestly think that you would maybe do a test run. So basically what I would do is that I would figure it out, say, hey, let's do it for a month, let's do it for a couple of weeks, and let's figure out, what the benefit or what the effects are going to be on my channel. But I mean, you have to think about it in a lot of different ways, right? Like, they think enough about the video, about the content to reach out to you and ask you, hey, could we utilize your content? I mean, that's a positive, right? They want to utilize your content. That's a great thing for you. And so you've kind of got to weigh the pros and cons. But yeah, it could definitely affect your watch time, so you need to figure out if that's positive or negative. Hamiltonville says, again, can small channels use catchy titles and get results versus trying to use keywords in the title to try to hit the algorithm? Can small channels use catchy titles and get results? I mean, I think they can. We're talking about ASMR with Sophia. Hello from Canada. Hello, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for hanging out with us today. You have to think of, when you're thinking of a catchy title for success, a lot of people are first thing in their mind is that they think of like a viral video, a catchy title, a catchy thumbnail, whatever it may be. And so with that being the case, yeah, you can use catchy titles to get that. But as far as trying to use keywords in the title to try to hit the algorithm, there is something that's called keyword stuffing. And that's kind of the word and the terminology that is used in the entrepreneurship world. And so with that being the case, you don't want to stuff your titles and descriptions so much with keywords that all you're doing is, like, if you're doing a TubeBuddy video, your title is how to use TubeBuddy tutorial, full TubeBuddy. You don't want to keyword stuff so much, but you want to utilize it. And that's what the Keyword Explorer is good for, to give you an idea of kind of where you want to be and kind of where you can go. But yeah, you can use catchy titles. There's a balance of both. I mean, I always like to use catchy titles because they're fun, right? It brings new attention. And when people are scrolling through, the one statistic that most people really often forget is CTR, which is click-through rate. If you can look at your percentage in your new YouTube Creator Studio beta and look at the statistics of how many people are seeing your video, whether it be from your thumbnail title or your first couple lines of your description, and then actually clicking on it. That's what a click-through rate is. So the percentage of people who are getting the impression of your video and then actually clicking, okay? So the CTR takes into effect the, as Andrew has just said there in chat, as I was about to say, your thumbnail and title. So what is a CTR? People then ask me, and Brian is right. He agrees with Andrew. How are you doing, Brian G. Johnson? It's good to see you here. Brian is killing it right now. And Brian's a good one to go to about the algorithm, too. A lot of folks were asking about the algorithm earlier. I would go check out some of Brian's recent stuff. He's done some really good stuff on the algorithm and what he's doing right now to have such great success. So basically, when you think about that, you've got to know, and someone asked, what is a good CTR? Like, it's different for different channels, right? But most people try to hit that 7 to 9% mark. I think on my main channel, I have anywhere from, it differs, it goes up and down, but anywhere from, I think it's 8.2 or 8.3%. And I think that's maybe a little low. So look at your CTR, what the percentage is, and figure out what can you do to increase or decrease that. Right? So when we go and we look at something, so let's just go here to, back to YouTube here. I'm going to show you guys something. So we go here, and I'm going to show you guys the screen here, right here. If we go to and search for TubeBuddy in the chat there, we are going to see obviously the latest from TubeBuddy. You can see here that you got our live stream here. You've got the most recent video from Andrew. And then down below, Nick. Nick's video is here. A lot of videos from Nick and Salma, which is another one of our TubeBuddy streamers, which is fantastic. Then you're going to see a lot of different things. Some stuff from Andrew. There's one of my videos. So what makes people click? Like, why do you think Nick's video is at the top? Well, it's a great high-quality video. Nick's a good-looking gentleman, so maybe people are clicking because of that. The title says TubeBuddy, the tool to get views on YouTube. Okay, that's going to be that's one of those things to where it's like, okay, if I don't know, if I'm looking for tools to get views on YouTube, this is the one here. And then if you look here at his thumbnail, it looks good, right? It's got great big bold text. It's colorful. It's got a picture of him. And then down below, look at this one here. Salma does the same thing with her. She's got a picture of herself, YouTube secret growth, TubeBuddy tutorial 2019. And so it's very relevant, okay? And you go down here and you keep going and you figure out, okay, what's being successful? Why are people clicking on those videos and not clicking on mine? So then if we go down, we can keep going down. You can see the difference of, all these videos here that the title and thumbnail is so relative to what makes people click on these videos. And so again, I would look into how are you titling your videos? How are you creating your thumbnails? It's a great question, though. It's a really good question that you ask. All right, so I'm going to search for another good question here in the chat. A couple of people are asking questions on the page about the difference between, they're seeing differences in the stats given on the studio details and the YouTube video manager. Again, a lot of the times those kind of bounce up and down. And so again, I would look into that. And again, all stats, I'm not going to say they're all an exact science. Take them with a grain of salt, basically is what I would say. But when it comes to the YouTube stats, I would say they're fairly accurate, if not, almost not 100%, but very, very close. And Studio Beta is going to be where you get your most, well, Andrew just said it. Yep, Studio Beta is where you're going to be the most up-to-date stats. Apparently, Creator Insider is what Andrew actually said that. Deltran Does Games says this. If you're wanting to expand the offering of your channel, not like cooking and car maintenance, but like cooking and table setting or car maintenance and car show vlog, how would you, if at all, fill out interest in the expanded video types and or topics? Deltran, it's a good question. So if you're wanting to expand the offering of your channel, and you're wanting to niche down more in what you're asking. Realistically, you have to do what's best for you, what makes you happy. I mean, if you're not creating content that you're passionate about, whether you're trying to niche it down more or not, you've got to do what you brings happiness to you. And so I need to think on that a little more as far as wanting to niche down more and do more of that. But I think it's a really good question, and I think that I'd like to look into more. Again, maybe I can do a podcast episode on that very soon to maybe help you kind of flesh that out a little more. Someone asked in chat, what are your thoughts on YouTube rounding off the sub numbers for channels? Sorry if this was answered earlier. As I started the stream, I assumed that I would get that question. I assumed that would be kind of a topic of discussion here on the channel. And I just basically, I'm really hesitant to to share my opinion on it, because I think it may be different than some people, and they may disagree and get upset. My opinion is this: I think for smaller channels, I can understand, you wanting to say, I have 992 subscribers, because at the end of the day, that shows how close you are to 1,000. Or I think they're actually doing it for a certain amount and above. So let's say you have, 9,200 subscribers, but they're showing you as 9K subscribers. Like, I can see why maybe you'd want to show the exact number to the exact thing. I was looking at my channel earlier, just to see kind of where it was at, and it shows 255K as far as like subscribers, and I have 255,780. I don't know. I think that maybe people are getting up in, the people who are getting up in arms. Pusa Studios says under 1,000 will not change. So that's. I mean, again, that makes sense. I understand why they would do that. And I need to go back and read the original. I need to read the original article. And Andrew sent that to me, and I can actually pull that up for you guys, where we can kind of see kind of what the YouTube reasoning behind that is. I'd like to know everyone else's opinion. Like, what do you guys think in chat? Like, why? What is your opinion on that? Like, what's your opinion on that? Just out of curiosity. So basically, this is I'm just mad because the video I did on live sub counts is now pointless. Yeah, Andrew. Yeah, I could. I understand that. When you do a video and then they make it obsolete like 2 days later, I do that all the time. All right, so here's like some examples of it from. We'll kind of show you guys exactly kind of what it is here. Let's change over to desktop. So basically here, currently all creators with over 1,000 subs see their subscriber counts displayed differently in different places across YouTube. Basically, they're kind of wanting to streamline it to where it looks the same for everyone. So basically, 4,320 subscribers is going to be 4.3K. It shows you examples here. We know subscriber counts are extremely important for people and creators, so we wanted to give everyone a heads up a few months in advance of this change. A lot of the comments are, what could it hurt, basically, is kind of my thought process. Like, why would it matter? I think it's a non-issue, to be honest with you. And like Andrew said, TubeBuddy does a great job showing you milestones of the milestones that you're reaching. And so, again, maybe I think so little of the actual number that is the subscriber number, personally, in myself, that maybe I'm not looking at it the way that people are. So Andrew said, of all the things to change, that is not one thing. Yeah, TubeBuddy milestones are fun. It makes it fun. It's kind of celebrates, very celebratory of not only subscribers, but viewer count and things like that, which is good. Salvi B says, what do you think? Live streaming on YouTube could hinder my channel growth after the live stream ends. This is a great question. I was talking about this on my stream yesterday. And I'd like to know everyone else's opinion on this. I've got a couple of things that I'll say. Live streaming is going to be a very big part of my content stream going forward on my channel. I found that it helps me create a community around my channel that I otherwise don't have because of the way live streaming works. You're able to interact with people live on your channel, on your stream. So this is such a wonderful and crazy topic to talk about. I'd love for more of the YouTube educators to actually talk about this, because You see someone like Nick, we talked about Nick Nimmin earlier. He does a fantastic show on Saturdays. It is a super long live stream where he streams every Saturday for 3, 4, 5, 6 hours. It doesn't hurt his channel because he's created somewhat of a show around that live stream. Now, here's the thing. Let's say you wanted to stream on your channel multiple times a week, like something that I want to do going forward. Then how do you implement that into your YouTube channel? Now, what I will tell you is this, and I was talking to Nick about this week, I'm going to start unlisting my streams. So I don't want to clutter up my video feed on my channel with all of my live streams. I think that, honestly, I don't know if the benefits are too good. Andrew just made a comment. I didn't read the whole comment, but I saw where he said live streams can bleed subs. Okay, that's very true. I have a little device back here. You can't really see it right now. This guy right here, this is a Lumetric sub counter. Every time I stream on my channel, I hear that little ding that goes down and down and down. Now, it may end up kind of evening out when I live stream. I may lose 10 and gain 10 because of the people that come into the stream, but you will bleed subs. But like Andrew says, what's the point of them even being there? Those are the kind of people you don't want sub to your channel anyways. They're like, oh, why am I sub to him anyways? They're not watching your videos to begin with. This topic, this conversation is something I want more people to cover in the YouTube education space. People who are doing it, people who have channels covering YouTube specifically, I want more on this, right? And so one thing that I'm doing is that I am unlisting all of my live streams unless they're for people who are members. I think members on YouTube is going to be a big thing going forward. If you are a streamer, I think that's another monetization method that you can go and you can utilize, is creating and having members, right? And something that I had a conversation again with Nick this week that we were talking about, the live stream data, once you unlist it, that data does not help you with your watch time. Where it used to, with a live stream, it no longer affects the watch time on your channel. And so that's something that you need to understand. I guess your sub counter will stop working, huh? I didn't even think about that. Wow, that's a good point. Maybe it will stop working. Interesting. But I want to stream multiple days through the week, and so what I want to do is that I'm probably going to stream, unlist the videos, and then the actual members of my channel who want to go back and watch the VODs or the recordings of that, then basically they can see that in the community tab or the members feed, and that's basically the way that it goes. We need more channels making actual shows and less grainy phone watch time streams. Yeah, I found that on my channel, the types of streams that work best are the more laid-back, conversational, back and forth opinion pieces. We do community spotlights. We do different things like that, and those have been successful on the channel, and I'm very proud of that. But we'll see. A lot of good conversation happening in chat, though. A lot of good conversation. It's one of those things to where there really isn't a right or a wrong when it comes to that. So I do kind of want to see. Christian says, I think getting rid of the actual count from the YouTube API is a mistake. That may be. I agree. Andrew said we keep our lives. So Andrew's right on TubeBuddy. We do keep our lives for sure. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. This has been a great stream. Lots of folks in here today. Is there a key percentage of watch time that gets you growth, Abo builds? There isn't one that says if you get percentage A and above, you're going to grow, percentage B and below, you're not. I mean, you want your watch time to be as high as it can. There's a lot of things that affects watch time. You got to think of like, what's your average video duration on your channel? Like, go to your channel, look at your average video duration. Maybe it's 7 minutes, maybe it's 8 minutes, maybe it's 10 minutes. I don't know. And then remember that the percentage of people going for a longer video to a shorter video, there's a lot of things that affect that. Your goal is to look at your videos, and every video you upload, go to the individual statistics, see what the watch time is, and see, oh, this video's watch time is much higher than my average. What did I do here to improve upon that? What did I do? And so that's kind of where I would go. But the question was, you know, is there a preferred video duration? I mean, not, again, a lot of these are suggestions that I can give you. Data that we have, shows that, maybe the 5 to 7 range, the 6 to 8 range, maybe that's a good duration. But if you're doing like a different type of video and you're seeing that you're having to fluff it out or you're having to add a lot of fluff to the video, maybe that video shouldn't be as long as it is. I hate watching videos where people drag it on. They just continue to, and that's a difficult thing for me to do as like a podcaster too. So definitely. Yeah, 100% viewer duration is what you want, but 50% or higher is good. Is what Andrew said is true. What you're going to see as far as like the chart on your channel is you're going to see it go at the beginning of the video. It's going to be way up here, and the chart's going to gradually go down because naturally people are going to leave throughout the video. Once you want 200%. That's true. That is so true. Is there any specific way to show up more often for people in suggested videos other than finding your niche and sticking with it? That's a good one, finding your niche and sticking with it. Another good thing would be, like, if you go to, say, one of the channels here and you go to one of our videos. Let me just see here. I'll show. Well, since Brian was in chat. Oh, Siri was talking to me. Hey, Siri. That was Siri over there. She was going crazy. She's still talking to me. Siri is going crazy. But basically, if you go to a channel that does it well, and then you go down to say, and you see kind of suggested videos, like if you go to Brian's channel, Brian G. Johnson, he was here earlier. He's another TubeBuddy streamer. Brian would be proud of me for pausing on this part of his video here. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Look at this lovely face right here. Here's Brian's channel right here. But if you go below, you can see here, playlists are very important because it goes from, the video to continuing playing what's on your channel. But if we go down below here, you're going to see that Brian has, 2, 3, 4 videos here under suggested. A lot of the familiar faces are there. A lot of it is branding too. Like if you go to his channel or you go to my channel or someone who's done YouTube for a while, you're going to see the same colors. You're going to see the same thumbnail design. Why? You're going to see the same little splattered paint here because at the end of the day, people, they relate their eyes, a lot of times can say, oh, that's another video from Brian, or, oh, that's another video from TubeBuddy because it looks that way. And so, a lot of that is visual branding. So, Mon, I'm learning a lot. Fantastic. I love to hear that. But it really does, the way that suggested videos work, and that algorithm changes frequently as well. It's not like, oh, well, this month, 2019, a year from now, it's going to be the same. So, I don't know. Suggested videos are a huge part of what's helping people, get stuff referred to theirs. All right. Next question is this, coming in from Salvi B. What's up, Dusty? Wait, do you think live streaming on YouTube could hinder my channel growth after the live stream ends? We've already covered that. I think it's a great topic. I think I'd like to cover more of I'd even like to see the data of, I'm not even sure on this channel, on TubeBuddy's channel, I don't think it would have as much of a detriment as far as like bleeding subs as it does like on my personal channel. But again, live streaming, I think, is the future, and I think if people want to continue to grow and build a tight-knit community, live streaming is a great way of doing that. Salvi has a follow-up. What do you think is the best way to promote that live stream? Social media doesn't work. I know this firsthand. My Facebook Live audience is 7K, built it in 1 year, but my YouTube channel just started posting 6 weeks ago, has 250 subs. There's no translation. Once you build up a sub base on YouTube, you'll automatically get shown up more in the algorithm. Also, when you're live streaming, what you want is you want those 3 or 4 or 5 or 10 or 15 or 20 people. Like you look at our chat right now here on TubeBuddy, we got all those people with the blue wrench. These people are mods. These people like Andrew, other people that I was seeing earlier that Brave Star. We've got Ikarot in there. We've got all of these people who are the super fans, the people who are in your chat, the people who are going to get things going, the people who are going to like your stream, the people who are going to share your stream. And so these are the people that you want to get in there early. And if you get these people in early, then you're going to see. Did I pronounce your name wrong? I apologize. I didn't mean to. If I did, I apologize. Super fans, yes, you're super fans. to where they're there, they're helping you, they are moderating chat, they are, they're your biggest champions for your content, for your live streams. So the Mod Squad, as Christian so eloquently put there. Yeah, we do have some amazing mods here. I have some amazing mods over on my personal channel too, and it's critical. And a lot of things is, a lot of gamers say, oh, let's get the like spike, let's get the like, going on. Like if you look at this stream here, we've got 54 likes, 1 dislike. That's huge, right? Like the more likes, you're showing YouTube that this is a valuable stream, that there are people who are enjoying the content. Eve Family Vlogs, what's going on? Welcome. How are you doing today? So good to see all you folks here. But those are some really great questions. Great questions. Yeah, pipe cleaner crafts. I'm not saying they matter in, as far as like videos and things like that, but they do matter on a live stream. It lets YouTube know kind of what's going on. It does let people know kind of what's going on. What other questions do you guys have? We got another one here. Salvi again. For gaming channels primarily focusing on one game, does posting a video for a different game mess up the algorithm for my channel? Thanks for putting up with my questions. No, I'm not putting up with your questions. They're great questions. They're valid questions. They're very much the kind of questions I want to answer. If you're a gaming channel that focuses on Minecraft, say, or you're a gaming channel that focuses on Fortnite or whatever, and you post a video on a different game, then obviously you're people who are Twitch streamers. Twitch is a weird anomaly. I'm trying to actually grow a community over there myself. And it's funny to be, being at the bottom of something, growing from the ground up. On Twitch, if you get known for playing a specific game on Twitch, then what's going to happen is that you're going to be known for that game, and you're going to see a huge viewer spike when you play that game, and then you play other games, and you're going to see that viewer count to be down. I find that on my channel. When I do Streamlabs tutorials or TubeBuddy tutorials, I found that what happens is that I get more views because that's what I'm known for. I do YouTube tutorials. I do one on Gmail or Photoshop, and it's a great tutorial, I think, but it doesn't get the views. And so naturally, yes, you're going to get more views if you're focusing on one specific game or one specific, this. But I would encourage you to try not to do that. On Twitch, I'm trying to do a lot of variety stuff. I know Andrew has a gaming channel. He does a lot of different games on his channel, and Andrew could probably speak to this more than I can because he's been in the gaming space on YouTube longer than I have. But it's definitely interesting. The Storyteller's Journey. Hey, Dusty, loving this live stream. Oh, man, thank you so much. I've started to do videos on teaching how to write stories. Going to stick to this, unlike what I was doing before. Do you think it'll help? I don't know. I would need to look more at your channel, Storyteller, and figure out kind of where you're at and kind of what you're trying to do. But yes, I think it probably could help you out if you're sticking to one thing. I mean, people ask this all the time. They ask me, well, why don't you just do YouTube tutorials on your channel, and you would probably grow. You would grow much faster. You'd have a huge, a much larger sub count. That's not what I want to do. I like to do variety of stuff on my channel. I love to do tutorials. It's hurt me in a lot of ways in doing a lot of things, but it's helped me in others. Andrew says, one topic is great, but how many people are searching for that topic? That's where you've got to do the research, right? Like you've got to research of how many people are searching for this. What a great question, Salvi. Really good questions. All right, what else do you guys have? What other questions do we want to get to as we get into the final stages here of the stream? Bravestar says, I've tried adding vlogs to my gaming channel. Didn't work out so well, even when I was talking about gaming. Again, it's one of those things to where, I attempted, and I'm going to continue to attempt to stream like gameplay and games and fun things on my main YouTube channel, and I'm going to have subs, leave like crazy, but that's okay with me. You know, you've got to kind of figure out how your channel is constructed. What's your target audience? I mean, if Nick, who does YouTube stuff, all of a sudden decided he was going to change over to do Twitch tutorials or Twitch how-to or help guides, he would lose a lot of subs. He'd lose a lot of people, but he would gain a whole bunch of people too. Liz, how do you get more people in live streams? We talked about that earlier. A lot of live streaming is about how many people are sharing it, how many people are interacting. And what I found grows a live stream is being able to be conversational, being able to be in a stream like I am right now and to answer the questions, to be able to say, I don't know the answer, to be able to ask for ideas, to be able to bring up topics of conversation. We have some of the best, take these headphones off, they're hurting my head at the second. We have some of the best conversationalists on the TubeBuddy stream team that I've ever seen. The gentlemen and the ladies that are a part of what we do over on TubeBuddy, whether it be Brian or Salma or Owen or even we've added Dan recently. All of these people are great conversationalists. You've got to know how to chat with people. You don't want there to be a lot of dead air. You don't want there to be a lot of dead air. I have had the opportunity and am getting the opportunity this year to speak at events. So being able to speak and to present is a huge thing. Practice in front of the mirror. I did radio in college. That helped me to eliminate the dead air. There's a lot of things that you can do to improve your on-presence personality to help your live streams grow. Scuff says, covering 2 or 3 games when starting from zero is a good idea. Granted that finding holes in good keywords is good. Again, when it comes to the gaming niche, I'm just getting into it. I am a gamer myself, have been my whole life. I play a ton of them. I'm just now feeling confident enough to bring them to my channel to start my Twitch stuff and do things like that. Christian's right. It's a skill, live streaming is. Andrew says that keeping all of his Let's Plays to specific games have helped him grow. So again, that's another use case of what you can do. It's a really, really great question. Really great topic. Like, live streaming to me is such an interesting thing. I've often thought how cool it would be. There was a guy back in the day when streaming was just starting out who did like a 24-hour like office stream. I've often thought it would be fun if I could like stream like what I do on a day-to-day basis, like when I'm in here doing my voiceover work, when I'm producing YouTube content, when I'm recording podcast. So basically just have a camera and where you would stream basically all of your workflow, all of the things that you're doing throughout the day. That would be fun. What is streaming anyways? Haven't streamed in half a year. You know, certain people, you know, like streaming, certain people don't. It's a way to swim. That's hilarious. Matt says, why do you think that your YouTube Creators Hub podcast did not do well live? You mentioned that you think live is the way of the future, which I agree. Do you think it did not pick up because of the type of channel that it is? Yes, that's Matt. That was kind of my point of when I said that on the channel, is that I believe that if I created a YouTube channel and called it YouTube Creators Hub on YouTube, it just takes, there's just so much, I just don't have time for everything. And basically, and I made the whole channel around YouTube and YouTube interviews, you would see a much more vibrant audience who would be there all of the time, and they'd be there to champion that actual content. That's why I think it doesn't do very well on my channel. Now, if I had another channel specifically on YouTube, then yes, absolutely, I would think that it would do much better. But I do think that live is the future. I think that when it comes to a channel like mine, honestly, I can live stream anything. Like, I really want to do like a daily show where I have some fun stuff. I mean, you look at someone like Viper doing the Vipe Live where he's interviewing all these creators on a Friday night, and he's doing like the Game of Thrones spoiler cast, but he does it on a separate channel. It's called Viper Live. I found that on my how-to search-based channel, I can stream whatever I want. I mean, it really doesn't matter. The same people are going to come in, and I'm going to get new people coming in, and that's the goal, is you want to retain those new people. And Andrew said it right. Live, man, the chat is moving super fast today. Separate channels for lives have been doing really well since that's the idea of the channel from the start. I've seen it over and over again. That's it. If like you're going to say this is a streaming channel, this is what this is what we're going to do. So Salvi, you may have said this and I missed it. Should we just delete live streams or hide them from the feed? There are two different thoughts on this. I am going to start making them unlisted for members of my channel. Okay, I'm going to make them unlisted. The only people who can see them are the people who support me, become members of my channel. There's a lot of thought process on this. If you're going to stream a good bit like what I want to do on my channel, you don't want the streams filling up your video feed to when new subscribers come to your channel, all they see are your live streams, right? So you just make them unlisted. They're not showing up on your playlist and your feed, but the people who really want to see the VODs, they can go back and see them. YouTube, TubeBuddy has decided to leave them on the feed, which people can go back. And I understand it to a certain extent for TubeBuddy because like a stream like this may pick up another 200-300 views the next couple of weeks, the next month or so. And so if that's the case, then absolutely. Yeah, sure. All right, we have averaged almost 60 some odd people in here. Healthy Ambitions, you have a fantastic, fantastic day. I want to encourage everyone to, if you haven't already, to check out TubeBuddy Express, the podcast I do for TubeBuddy. It's a wonderful thing that we get to do. Phil and the guys allow me to have such great creative, I guess you'd say, openness on that podcast, and I really love it if you're looking to grow your channel. Also, I'd like to say, as I mentioned earlier, I'm going to be doing more and more streams on my channel. I do a lot of fun stuff over on my channel. Oop, you just heard Andrew there. That was fantastic. But if you want to go and check out what I'm doing, I'm just Dusty Porter over on YouTube. You can see down below kind of what I do. You can go here. And actually check out my channel. I do tutorials on basically any type of software, but if you're coming over there, you're probably coming for the streams and things like that. Apps, thanks Dusty and TubeBuddy for the fantastic stream. You are awesome. Ikara is right. You can join our Discord channel. Let's see here. So basically that's it. I want you guys to understand that. So thank you guys so much for all that you've done. Thank you for joining me today. What a great stream. Don't forget to go over to my channel. I think I'm going to be streaming on my channel literally in minutes because I was already planning on streaming on my channel today. And so that's something that I can come and we can answer questions over there. Much more laid back over there on my channel. But if that's something you're interested in, definitely go check that out. Huge shout out to all the mods here, specifically Andrew, for making this happen. This is awesome. Don't forget to join the Discord. Talk to you next time.